Do you see us, Tony?
Don't see us.
Did I still mess it up? Oh, there
No.
we are.
Yeah.
Are
We're on.
we? We're on?
We
We're
did it.
there?
We did it. We did it.
Lift off.
Page.
All right here.
Oh, yeah.
We did it.
Very good.
Well, we had that one the last time. We made it.
I'm pretty sure it's live. It says right here.
We're going great.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Here we are back again. I think we visited May 2nd for our April edition. And so this is the May edition, May 22nd. And you guys have a big weekend ahead. I keep seeing pictures of everybody snooping around the store, pulling things off the shelf. So
Everybody.
what
It's
is
really just Deb, dude.
I guess it's Deb's been doing most of the work. I think I did see a picture of you. I think I saw a picture of Mike doing a little bit of work.
Yeah. I was helping. I was prodding along with her. So that we're making some things happen. So yeah, we got a sale event this weekend, May 25th, here at the store. So normal store hours. Come on down. We're also doing a customer appreciation lunch, right? We're serving some hot dogs, right? Some chips, got some drinks. Yep. So we'll have all that going on during that day and some sales here in the store. But we also got some promo codes out there right now, right?
Yep. We're running some online stuff right now, a promo code for free shipping over 150 bucks.
Yep. For the weekend.
For the weekend. And then you got to watch what's neat this week to find the other one.
Yep. So got another promo code there, and we'll have a little deal towards the end of, we can do it now too, show off some sales that we're going to have going here. I'll be putting out a video later, probably tonight. Got some more information here for everybody, but well, where'd they go? What did I do wrong now?
You just had it.
I did just have it. What did I do?
You just had it. You just showed it to me. It's trailers. It's trailers. It's Athern.
This one. Hey,
I'll
pick this one. Athern HO 53-foot trailers we're putting on sale. So you can see all the different paint schemes there. I don't know what else to call them, but several different paint schemes. Athern's run.
Is that maybe that 53-foot Wabash Duraplate?
Yep, the Duraplate, and then this is the reefer version with the May Trucking and Market.
Those
also
are
have
nice.
Owner
operator reefer version.
So they're already $22. I see some for $20. What's you're saying that this is a good deal? What's the?
Well, this is a good deal, but we're gonna make it better.
Well, how what's gonna happen? Buy two, get the third free? No way.
So that's a pretty sweet deal, right? I mean,
that is a sweet deal. Yeah.
So
or
if $60,
or if you just want one, you get
20% off. So if only one of them fits your fancy, you get that. So
that's in store for the.
Oh no, that'll be, you can call in. So call in 402-365-7628 or customer service at Spring Creek Model Trains. So whoever's handling that's got a list of what cars or what quantity of product, part numbers. So a lot of them had 3 part numbers per paint scheme. So
awesome.
You can get several different versions.
The 25th is when that sale and that'll be good. You can call that day on Saturday.
Yep, you can call on that day. You can start here as soon as I get that video sent out. It should be
tomorrow. Tonight you can start emailing, but tomorrow you can start.
Yep, I'll post that video later. So got that video done. So I did a spectacular job of hosting that video. So you just wait and see. It's pretty bad.
We got a question. So Austin J. Cox, you asked if we have any scale trains, Amazon or Walmart. Unfortunately, no, we don't. We are sold out of those.
Yep. Those went super fast.
Those have been hot. I think in our last show, are there containers coming for both Walmart, Amazon Prime from Jacksonville Terminal in HO at least, and that's later this year. But those I've had a couple emails on, hey, why can't I find those? And it's kind of off my radar. I didn't think it's like, I know they're out. It's like, oh, they're gone. Wow. So I think they sold.
Yeah.
Sold quick. Yeah. And so, Jeff, I hear that Mike just had a birthday.
He did. Got a little older.
He did. Wow.
I still feel young. I'm still the youngest out of this group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell you what.
You know, he sent me, here it is, Jeff. He sends me an email because, you know, people with birthdays in May are like, they're the cool people.
Well, it's because your
Oh,
birthday in
my
May.
birthday. Yeah, yesterday was my birthday. Yeah,
That's right.
58.
Happy birthday, sir.
58. Most days I don't feel a day over 108.
That's right.
Now
I tell you what, though, you do feel it every year. It's like, holy cow, it cracks a little more, and it's just like, ooh.
I got a younger brother that's about 10, 12 years younger than me, and they moved to Fort Collins in the last year or so. And he's like, man, I can't believe after that move, man, for a couple days, I was like really tired. I don't know what I did. And I'm like, well, you're in your 40s. Well, I don't want to tell you that. Never.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Well, so the awesome sale's coming up on the 25th, and I didn't think I would have hardly any new products because it's been a mere 20 days since we last visited.
Not very far.
And I thought, man, no way that I would have stuff. I got stuff like crazy.
Oh yeah.
This is AccuRail's wonderful little 2970 ACF center flow, and these are not all available yet. The Morton Salt, Ogle Bay, Norton, and Ashgrove Cement will be in a 3 private owner kit set, but they are going to make the Morton Salt available as a separate kit as well. And then
I thought they were doing all of them as a single as well.
Is it? I have to double check with Eric at AccuRail because I just saw that, and Morton Salt was the only one I saw, so maybe I read it wrong. I would
kind of hope they do the Ash Grove separate because that's the cement plant in Louisville, Nebraska.
Oh, cool.
So,
well, we'll have to check back. I know those are not out yet. Neither is the Frisco and the Mopac are still coming, but those are some new roads on those little 2970 kits. Those are wonderful little kits. I just built the Microtrains release of the Grit and Grime. I'm trying to remember which. Oh, it was a Chicago Northwestern weathered one. That I just did one of those. It's going to be on the cover of July's Model Railroad News.
Yeah, we have those are cool. Yeah.
We have one BN and the Southerns in stock right now.
Yeah.
They're nice looking. I think I got pictures as we go through stuff of the couple other things coming from Microtrains. Cool. I'm really excited with this. This is Athearn Genesis F unit announcements. Rock Islands from the early 70s when Rock picked off some Rio Grande Jeep 7s that were on their way to EMD and then grabbed some of these F units that UP was trading in. And I guess somehow the deal was better than what EMD was going to give the railroads or something, I think.
No, it had to deal with the Rock Islands were so worn out that they weren't without major rebuild. So this was a way
to get
the UP was already trading in their F units. So then instead of the F units went to the Rock Island, and the Rock Island stuff that really wasn't
traded theirs in.
I think they just turned into scrap metal.
But they're cool. They're a cool bunch. They were F3s that UP sent back in the 50s to EMD to turn into F9 level. That's why they kind of have that odd look of they got those louvers, ahead of the porthole. But then you look at the chicken wire up above, and like that one has a passenger pilot. And I think in Athearn's, you can see there's a freight pilot on 4167, but this 4156 will have the passenger pilot, which is cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
That's an awesome release. And then also in that Genesis bunch are 1970s Katie Green. And it's also a mix of a couple of different, like I think the Center 70A might be an old F3 and then a later F7 there. And there's a shot from Kevin E. Daly's collection in McAllister, Oklahoma. That's a Harry Dubai's photo from 1978.
That's cool.
Which I remember the F unit soldiering on through the 70s, and then I don't remember when they were kind of gone. It's like, they were there, and then just one day,
just gone.
Didn't see them anyplace. And of course, I covered a whole bunch of the green F units and kind of the 70 survivors were in diesel era back at the end of last year. Is in that edition. And then I just did a video where I recap. If you go to my model train resource YouTube, that I go through the whole list of things. But there's some neat road names in the bunch.
That's cool.
Yeah, isn't that an odd duck? It's an XBN. I think they're doing 2 road numbers, which
is all they had.
I was gonna say it's probably all they had. Yeah, 101, 102. But that's a
Cool.
neat piece.
Oh, yeah, it is
yeah,
neat.
there we go.
Oh,
Love
this
the box.
the box alone. I mean, wow. That's so cool. But there is the just released Genesis DDA 40X 6900 UP in Bicentennial, which of course didn't exist, but I think what the story is, this was drawn up, but then
Yep.
UP didn't go
Didn't go
through with
through.
it. Yeah,
Yep.
because UP didn't. But I guess that preamble express E unit was the closest thing to a red, white, and blue UP diesel in the 70s that they didn't do Bicentennial. Well, boy, it is beautiful. The caboose is really awesome. Just a wonderful set. That's lots of fun.
That's
And
awesome. There's a
I
lot of
think
detail on that.
you guys going to have any of these? I think it's going to be a pretty hot release.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got some coming.
Nice. And it comes with sound, without sound. In the box were 2 silver rear rail frogs for the locomotive, and then a group of like a handful of red lift rings, which I can't decide if there's never a lot of information, it seems like, on some of the parts that get put in the
Right.
box.
Yeah.
And the rear rail frogs are obvious. Like, yeah, if you want those, you could put them on the trucks.
Right.
But I had not seen that in a Genesis model where they would throw in lift rings.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's
they were like
interesting.
extra red lift rings in there. I really like that caboose. That's a sharp.
Yeah, it is.
And boy, the trucks, that's really cool with the high speed trucks and then the
Yeah,
little
that's what I was thinking.
generator. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nicely done. And then this was a big announcement for the N-Scale folks. The Atlas Master GE U33 U36B. It's on the cover of Atlas's catalog that just came out.
Yep.
First time release for that in N. That we've had a couple of runs in HO, but this is the first, I think, for N-Scale for Atlas to have this. And that's a great, man, some of the looks. This again is from Kevin U. Daly's collection. This is Sanford, Florida in 71. And
That's
wow,
cool.
purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Purple trucks. It almost looks like, oh, I didn't color correct that picture. It's like, no, that's kind of what it looked like. Yeah. But Auto Train will be in the bunch, Penn Central, Rock Island, of course. And it is that Rock Island, the maroon with the big speed.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a nice, that's Blue Island, Illinois in the late 70s there. But that would be a fun release. And I think it is coming with sound and then regular standard DC
With the
as
speakers.
Yeah. So that's
that must have been new trucks on that thing. I mean, those trucks like stand out.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
197. So.
Really does. Boy, poor Rock Island.
Yeah.
Look at all the I mean, the ready to weather for all of their models, but
yeah,
and I think there's at least like 3 road names in the bunch for all those. So fun group. I finally got to take a look at this car. I think we talked about it briefly. This is the Simmons Venture Amtrak Midwest from Bachman, and finally got it out of the box and looked at it. It is a really neat car. I was surprised it's got like a coupler cut lever on the end there and nice end detail as well. Really good looking model. And this was cool. The little hatch on the top is removable, and then you've got slider switches to control the rear inlay.
Sure.
Yeah, you can do like both on, one end on, the other on, and it tells you your marker light switches this end, so meaning the top, and it's just the little plastic piece, whereas there you just pry it off with like a little hobby screwdriver. But it's a cool car, very nice, and it comes with plastic knuckles, and then you can also replace those out for what almost looks like a NEM European, but if with the 2 you can close couple them. So still testing it to see how sharp a curve I can get it to turn around, but neat model. I had not expected all the, as I'm looking at the paperwork, I'm like, what, you take what off the roof and there's little switches? Like, oh, cool. Didn't know all that was in there.
I like the close coupler thing too, right? I mean, that's usually a big thing with passenger cars. Really adds to it.
And it gives you can see kind of the pivot swing there like other models have. So again, it's sitting on my test track now. I haven't started running it to see what I can get away with couplers and with connectors. So, but nicely done. That should be popular. When we were at the CPKC Finals Spike event in Kansas City this last Saturday, the one afternoon train came in from St. Louis, and I think every car was one of these.
Oh, nice.
Other than like the food service car was still an old Bud or Bombardier. But yeah, that this was, every one of them was that. And that's one of the first times I've seen like solid trains of those. Did you break open any of these sharks from Broadway yet?
I have not opened none of the display case,
no.
right? So no.
I think they're so cool. The Santa Fe and Cat Whiskers. Of course, these are fantasies.
Yeah. Yeah.
That early cool. Missouri Pacific. I really like that. Oh, and yep. And those are out now, I think, with and without sound and a bunch of different road names.
Yep.
Just saw this today. This is Craig at Bluford Shops.
Yeah.
His
dented.
Dented gondola. This is the medium dense. He's going to have 3 light, medium, and heavy. And this is a test shot of his first one. I think he'll be at the St. Louis RPM and the N-Scale Enthusiast show he'd mentioned to me today. But really awesome to see. What a cool idea. And it's kind of those, man, why didn't somebody do this before? That's really neat.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll be
eager to see those, because that, gondolas, you can weather them up and do everything to them, but they never look right till they're banged up. But it's hard to do that in plastic. So very cool.
Have holes in them too. So
yeah, exactly. Very cool. But that's Bluford Shops, and that's coming, I think, next year or later this year will be the first of them. There's like 9 road names, I think you mentioned, with multiple road numbers, and
there's some good ones.
3 levels of the dented look to them. I mentioned the event. This was the day before at Kanoki Yard in Kansas City. They were lining the train up. They took about half the business cars and the F units and set them to the side. Brought this locomotive, the first CPKC repaint, it's CP 9375 GEVO, and lined it all up in the set. That was Friday afternoon. It was so cool to see both the steam locomotive and then the first repaint. And then and there's one of the cars, I think Rapido has this coming. One of the SP 3/4 downs. But I don't know. I really, when I first saw what they showed us, like a half dozen maybe paint scheme ideas, and what they let employees vote on them, and then they picked the one, and I wasn't really sure, but then really seeing it, it's pretty cool. And then this was the event, the final Spike event held at Union Station, Kansas City, and that's the station in the background. This was all day Saturday, and you can see the cars they brought. And I was thrilled they moved the steam locomotive around so that we could get shots of the diesel, because I want to see the diesel as much as the steam locomotive. It's I want to make sure I get a clear shot of the nose.
But truck,
that truck trailer.
So very cool.
Very nice.
The truck, the CPKC truck trailer back there.
There's the little train. So.
Yeah, the little train's back there. There's a steam and a diesel of this little 3-car train that was making loops around, and the trailer was the museum. And I've seen some guys post some pictures online of it. You could walk through, and it had displays of like the different roads, like even Gateway Western was represented with a shot of it in there. So that was a very cool event. But there it is, all its glory, brand new. And lots of people. We were there for a couple hours, and that was in the afternoon, and it had been going all day. And loads of people there. So it's cool to see. That's
awesome. Did it take off with the steam?
They brought the steam back, and then there was a private event at Union Station Saturday night, which I don't know if it was an employee thing or what, but after the public thing wrapped at 5, there was another event, and then it left back for, I think, Kanoki, that it's up there, and then Tuesday it headed south, that it's now in Louisiana or Texas. I've seen some guys.
So did a new painted diesel go with the steam train, or?
I got to look at the pictures again. I don't know if the F units went or that new CPKC. I think the CPKC unit went with it. So yeah, I need to go back to Kanoki, see if the F unit's still sitting there. But man, it was beautiful. All
the way to Mexico City, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I mean, it's
cool.
Super long. We're really impressed with the cab. All this polished up brass of all it was really cool. And there you go. How about
There you go.
that?
Yeah.
It was like a little
That's cool.
little tractor, and that's articulated on the CPKC, and then like a little well car and caboose. I mean, this is what I need to like go to the grocery store in town
Oh yeah.
or go to the post office to pick up my model trains. It had an air horn on it. Look at the plow and the hoses up front. I mean, this is so cool. You need one. This is how you should like tool around Deschler.
Well, that's what I was just thinking, right? You could rig up like a golf cart with this on the top around it, right?
That is very cool. That's so
Talk
awesome.
about a new commuter, right? That would be awesome.
That is awesome.
You could have an MRL one. You could have an SP. Dad could have like 6 of them.
Right.
But no, that was a really fun time. Lionel sent me this stuff this week. There's going to be a 20th anniversary HO Scale Polar Express that comes out later this year. It's their 20th anniversary of doing Polar Express things. So that Berkshire is back, I guess, with this. Would it be snow weathering? Snow covered or
snow
covered.
Yeah, snow covered.
I like the footprint.
And then before that, for Halloween, the new HO box car that just came out. There's a plug door reefer and this box car, our new Lionel HO. They've got a holiday sound car, and then this is the Halloween sound car. That's will be new from Lionel out later this year, and it makes scary sounds. I assume, Jeff, it probably does something like, I'm an N-scale modeler. I model N-scale.
That's right.
And it's like, how do you turn that off? There's got to be a button on that car.
That's just what you want it to say when you open the box.
Oh,
I'm an N-scaler.
Speaking of 1/160, I saw that Microtrains is got this coming. The track geometry car, including the little, I think those are solar panels or something on the roof.
They're an add-on.
Yeah, and there's a real deal. I caught it in the last year, was sitting over in Kansas City between jobs. And then I love these UP cars, and I saw that Microtrains has got a run of those coming too. And there's one I shot. I think I shot that down around College Station, Texas, and it was early. The sun's wrong, but it's the first time I'd seen those cars, and I was all excited to see them before they got graffitied up, which I'm already seeing that they're getting.
Was that in Hearn?
Bryan or College Station or Hearn or someplace like that. Yeah.
Almost looks like Hearn.
But and yeah, just happened to catch those as I was going through town. I was like, oh, and grabbed a quick shot of them.
Yeah, those are cool. The Microtrains ones are awesome. They did a really nice job.
Have those have they been out before? Are these available?
Yep. There's 2 different road numbers. I think the first road number we got is sold out.
Okay.
For us. So.
But those are cool. And then I found this was in the group of Microtrains gives me images to go with the Micro News. And I don't think I found the announcement for this. Have you guys seen?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that announcement.
So yeah, I couldn't find it, or I need to check their website again. Sometimes I'll get a picture that's, hopefully we've not let anything out of the bag here ahead of time, but this is, I guess, a CPKC. I know they have a CN car, and then this CPKC car, but I thought that was kind of cool with the flags on it. And
they did a CN geometry car that just came out.
I did see that. It's got like funny round things on the end of the car. Yeah.
Like a gray paint scheme.
Yeah. But this one I don't know much on, other than it was in my group of pictures, so it must be coming. These little Rapido trailers. Have you gotten a look at these? I was really impressed with those. The Trailmobile 45-footer, and then the little 26-foot car can trailer as well. But both those are nicely done. They come side door and then without.
And a side door is cool.
Yeah. The little one I really like. Those are very cool. The mud flaps, the CP rail. I mean, they are nicely done. And the little posts here, they have those 2 different feet you can put on here for if it was sitting someplace. Like on Rapido's website, they have one of these where it looks like it's basically been used for storage in a yard.
Sure.
And I don't know if maybe it's the weight. I don't know why you'd have to put another pair of legs down, but I guess that's more for setup or something for long term. But nicely done trailers there. There's the parts you get. And those are those extra
there's
feet
those
in the
rims,
front. Yeah. But good looking. They're really nice trailers. They're both the short and long are Canadian prototypes. I really liked this. I happened to catch this in working on the pictures. Rapido tire.
That's awesome.
Super high miler. So
Awesome.
I sent that to Rapido and asked, is that prototypical? Are there Rapido tires? So I've not gotten an answer yet, but I'm doing a live show with them, so I will ask and see if this is fake or real. But
awesome.
those are nicely done. And of course the live show I'm doing is because we're going to talk about this big announcement, which wow, how cool is that? GE C36-7 in HO from Rapido. Man, I remember those Mopac and UP way back in the day. But neat stuff. Very cool model. These are those cool 3D renderings they do now. And then there's the whole group of road names. I hadn't realized, but these late productions with the box, that was basically -8 level braking and such. It's like, oh yeah, the square thing is like on a -8. I never put that together before. But this is cool. The group from the first round of road names. They are doing the Mopac.
Nope. No such thing.
Yep. No, you can't have a B in one on your railroad.
I'm gonna have all of them.
But boy, those are sweet.
Good
those
try.
Neat models. And then Rock Island Hobby. I was asking Mike before we went on if he'd seen these yet. This is HO and N scale both. These come assembled. It's a farmhouse. The one other color is like a deeper red, but I kind of like it with the foundation.
Yes.
I mean, this looks like something you could do a lot with. It's got the guttering on it and all that. And then the other one I thought was kind of cool. This is a livestock trackside thing. So it's lined up, for the rails and kind of a livestock deal. But both those are from Rock Island Hobby, and I need to reach out to them. I think that might be one of the folks that was maybe MRC at one time.
Yep.
Is who does those things. But they've got a lot of neat stuff, and some of it kind of flies under the radar at times. But those are recent. I think this is only HO, but the farmhouse I think I did see is both HO and N. But kind of neat.
I love that house because that's a house you can see anywhere in the country.
Isn't it? I mean, that could, that could be
neighborhood
sitting here or up there in Nebraska. I mean, yeah.
Yep.
And then the Roca models, I've been chasing this new run of these GATC HO scale single dome tank cars, and they finally have landed on their website. There's a bunch of different Chicago Great Westerns that all look really cool. Yep. And of course, there's Santa Fe, and then there's 2 of these BNSFs. There's this red one, and then there's a white one with like an orange BNSF, and both are, kind of the fire things. And it looks like they're going to get these.
Yeah, those are on there.
Yeah, there's like a $5 or $10 difference in the pricing. Like maybe these are around 65. This is 70 with the extra features on them. But I'm really eager to see that. That's very cool.
Yeah, Roca was telling us they were putting the water pump and everything on there.
Speaking of GEs from the 80s, 90s, this is a Ryan Crawford picture from Springfield in 94. The yellow plowed, C39-8. Which Scale Trains did recently. Yeah, Ryan's reviewing that for Model Railroad News. I think it's in August's edition. But boy, I thought that's a real standout with the yellow plow. That's very cool. And that's a neat, that C39-8's an odd duck. That's kind of cool. This is Luke Lemons, friend of mine up north. I don't know if he's been into the shop before, but he has the Sioux second sub on Facebook and YouTube. And man, he's a great look at this. Is his railroad.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's the Scale Trains SD40-2. And then behind it is an old Athearn Blue Box that he did up years ago. But this is his railroad, and he's reviewing this Sioux, which I thought was a real spectacular looking model. Yeah. Isn't that sharp?
Yep.
That's a 1980 delivery, so it's got the kind of sharp hockey stick instead of the more sweep curve thing. Silencer, I'd never noticed that before. This split there in the dynamic, but yeah, apparently that is Q fans. And I love the frog is on both sides. Really stands out on that model. But man, it is awesome. That's in July's Model Railroad News. I've got Luke's review of that. I think Luke models up to the late 70s so he can keep F units on his layout. So when I asked him about it, I said, "Hey, I got one of these, Sue. Would you like to review it?" He's like, "Well, it's really too new, but man, I'd love to see one." And in his review, he mentions that he goes, "Well, I don't model into the 1980s, and these were delivered in 1980, but boy, it's fun to have it and see it and think about it." But
that's awesome.
That is awesome. And I have a what's in the box video on my YouTube where I take it out of the box and kind of mention some of the things about the different paint schemes that Sue kind of played with in the 70s. That Walthers.
Cool.
This surprised me, and I love these mainline releases for both the prices and kind of the features they get. All new across all these SD70M, 75M, 75i. The 70Ms are there on the right, and then the 75Ms are the Santa Fe's, later BNSF, and then the I's, the isolated cab, the CN, and the Ontario Northland. But man, these look good.
Yeah, they did a good job.
I really like that one.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. It's a neat paint scheme.
It is. Yeah, I think that's a road up in Michigan. I think I've talked to one of the guys that either works there or shoots a lot of pictures of them. But when I saw that, it's like, boy, that is nice. This would be a great home road. I think you could wipe that out. I like the paint scheme. You could turn it into,
anything. Yeah. Make it your own.
Yeah. And that's announced by Walthers for their mainline in HO. And that's it. That's all I got.
And that announcement on those 70s, though, there was the big thing for me was Walthers announced going forward, starting with the 70Ms, all of their main lines will come with the speaker installed. So
for the
non-sound, the speaker is in there, and then all you have to do is put in your favorite decoder.
Yep, speaker included.
And you're ready to go for sound. So I think that's such a huge thing for this hobby because it takes, really kind of takes the work out of.
I agree. Yeah, I'm glad that's becoming a standard. We've seen it from Broadway, Atlas. I can't remember if Athens done it yet.
Ready to roll has been doing.
Has been doing that. Yeah. And I mean, the deal on them, I think the standard DC's $169.98 is retail, and it's already got the speaker. You can drop in any decoder you want. But yeah, that's a nice that kind of the sound ready standard DC is kind of moved up a notch with speakers pre-wired. So
get you in and get you going right away, right? For if that's the way you want to go. And I mean, it's not going to be the highest quality speaker in the world, but at least it's there, and there's a lot of work that's gone to take it and run. Because the other thing, are they still doing the different numbers?
I think so. I think it's still two numbers sound, 2 numbers non-sound.
Yeah,
so you can have 4 numbers.
That finally,
right? So
I think Walthers is one of the only ones that they do 4 road numbers, but it's 2 with, 2 without. So depending on you got to do a little swapping to make that work at times. But lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we got one more.
We're gonna add to it. Yep.
So
just arrived
a 5820 Procore plastics hopper from Rapido, right? And this is our custom run. We did the same one in HO scale.
I remember it. I think I have one. Yeah.
So
nice.
So this just showed up. So we got these are.
See if it'll focus.
I don't know. I don't think so. But anyway, we got pictures on the website, so you can check those out. It's super close to the detail wise of the HO scale. So super happy with what Rapido did there. So we have those. Those are exclusive to Spring Creek Model Trains, and I don't know if you remember, Tony, but those are that blue was an experimental paint scheme.
Right. Do you have too big of hands?
Oh no, that's a perfect size car. A perfect size car for a great railroad.
Who said that I need to buy him a Spring Creek gift certificate?
Man, I feel like I'm getting gamed up on all of a sudden.
All
good, all good. But yeah, it's was an experimental paint scheme, right?
It is an experimental paint scheme. There was only one car, but I tell you, I love that car because plastics hoppers can be kind of boring otherwise because they're usually just gray with a reporting mark, and to have this blue one in your fleet would be makes it stands out, And we should be having the others here in a week or two. The rest of the
got
to wait on that through a distributor on that one. So
Very cool. Have you still got any of those? I did a video that was out in the last week on the Kyle FGDAs, and I have those in Model Railroad News in July.
We don't have a bunch of those. They're going pretty fast.
They're going pretty good, but we still have some left. So,
and we'll actually be giving away one on Ray's podcast. Right?
Oh, that's right.
Around the layout.
That's right. Oh,
so
yes,
yeah. Is it around the layout, or is it the other one?
Around the layout.
It's around the layout.
Ray Arnott's Around the Layout podcast.
Yeah,
that new show just dropped yesterday. You can go to aroundthelayoutpodcast.com and hear us talking there too if you don't get enough of us here.
Yeah, you can hear a little bit more about us in Spring Creek, right? But yeah, we'll be giving away one of those Kyle custom cars next month with Ray. So that'll be going on. So I'll be excited to be watching Ray's post on that. So
yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So the big sale is this weekend, May 25th. That's Saturday.
That's right.
And a customer appreciation lunch. So are you coming up?
There was a tease of homemade ice cream last time.
If you come, we will make it happen.
Make homemade ice cream.
We'll make it happen.
I think my folks are actually going to be I think I'm supposed to have lunch with my parents tomorrow, that they're vacationing or making they're making a trip. They said they were going to go through Nebraska. So you may see them maybe Friday.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Swing through. So yeah.
Awesome.
But they're going to visit my younger brother in Fort Collins, even though my birthday was yesterday. And when I mentioned, why are you going to see Brian if my birthday was, we came to see you at Easter. And it's like, okay, well,
whatever.
I have figured it all out, but
I've been there. So I totally know. Oh, I don't know. Gee. I don't know. Craziness.
So awesome.
Customer appreciation lunch on Saturday. We got a sale going on. So we got several items. Been hinting at them all through our Facebook, social media. So if you guys been paying attention there, Deb and I have been going around the store picking items. There might be one or two that'll be added before Saturday. We'll just see how it goes, right? And showed one off at the beginning of the show, for the after trucks, right? They'll be out there. So there'll be a list online here. Not online, I guess. It'll be on our Facebook account. It'll be on our YouTube channel. You can see what we have in stock for those, but call the store, email the store, and we'll have all that out there. So,
and it's buy two, get one free, right? Or get the one at
20% off if you only want one, right? You still can get a deal, but the better deal is the buy two, right? And then you can get a third one for free. So
very cool. Should be a good weekend.
Mix or match, right? Whatever. So you just got to let us know what you're in for, and we can get it shipped out.
And what are the hours the store's open on Saturday?
We're going longer, right?
Well, normal hours, unless people are around. If people are around, we always stay open.
Okay. So so Saturday be 9 to 3 is normal hours, but we're not. 3 is not the end of the world. If you're in the store, we're not kicking you out the door. So.
Right. We're just not doing anything set in stone for longer hours. So But we'll be cooking hot dogs right outside the door. So hopefully that smell will go inside, get everybody hungry by ice cream.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. And I don't know that I'm going to make it Saturday. I'm still trying to decide because, it's tentative. We don't have it 100% official, but I might be up basically a month from now.
That's right.
For a product announcement. So keep watching details on Facebook for both Spring Creek and such for that announcement. So if I don't
guarantee this, Tony, when you make it up, it'll be fun. We'll have a good time.
Awesome.
So we'll do something.
Yeah.
Good deal, guys. Good to visit with you. Tons of new stuff and more stuff coming. I can't keep up with it all. Can't keep up with it all.
We're definitely in the golden age of the hobby.
Absolutely. Well, great visiting with you. I'm moving on to the Canadian folks. I'm going to be on with Rapido later tonight. We're talking about the C36-7. So it gets on their Facebook and YouTube. So everybody watching here, if you want to know more about those C36s,
check it out.
I've got the product development guy from Rapido as the guest, along with Jordan Smith and of course Jason Strawn. So that's over on Rapido's stuff tonight. So
well, that'll be awesome.
That'll be great.
And we'll circle back around in a month, hopefully actually being there and doing a big announcement in June.
All right.
So.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Awesome, guys. Cool. Have a good one,
Yeah.
everybody.
See you, everybody.
See you, everybody.
Thanks.
Thank you.